All right. This is the second time just now I lost my video in the middle of teaching you. I'm going to start with mistake number 1. I'm hoping I can upload the 2 I just lost. So I'm teaching voir dire, and I told you out of my own head the other night that a voir dire can make or break you in your trial. And so I told you I would teach you more about it, and so I looked this up under Harvard University, and it threw me to this. It's either a law firm or a college. So it's a really good, I don't know if you call it an article, but it's a good, a lot to learn here. So mistake number 1, talking too much and listening too little. Voir dire is an opportunity to gather critical information, not deliver a monologue. Okay, so not to deliver a monologue. Attorneys who dominate the conversation miss the chance to learn about jurors' backgrounds, biases, and perspectives. Jury selection it's real hard for me to read. I got cataracts in my eyes. Jury selection should focus on drawing out honest responses rather than impressing the panel with legal knowledge or persuasive arguments. When attorneys talk too much, they inadvertently guide jurors toward giving expected or rehearsed answers. This can mask potential biases and prevent attorneys from identifying individuals who may not be fair to their client's case. Instead, attorneys should focus on fostering an open dialogue where jurors feel comfortable sharing their thoughts. The importance of active listening. Okay, listening is just as important as asking the right. I got to give my left arm a break. The right questions. Attorneys should pay attention to what jurors say and how they say it. Hesitations, tone shifts, and nonverbal cues can provide insight into a juror's feelings. Interrupting or rushing through voir dire prevents attorneys from noticing their important details. Strategies for encouraging honest responses. Okay? Use open-ended questions. Instead of asking, "Can you be fair?" try, "What does fairness mean to you in a trial setting?" Pause after questions. So give jurors time to think and respond fully without jumping in too quickly. Acknowledge answers without leading. Avoid shaping jurors' responses by subtly agreeing or disagreeing with their statements. By focusing on listening rather than lecturing, attorneys can make voir dire more effective and ensure that they uncover the information necessary to build a strong jury. Mistake number 2, asking the wrong leading questions. How an attorney frames a question during voir dire can determine whether they get a meaningful answer or a rehearsal response. Leading or confusing questions can limit jurors' information, making it harder to identify potential biases. Okay? The problem with leading questions. Leading questions subtly suggest the correct answer rather than encouraging honest options. For example, asking, quote, "You understand that everyone is innocent until proven guilty, right?" Puts pressure on a juror to agree, even if they are biased against defendants in criminal cases. A better approach is to ask, quote, "How do you feel about the principle that a defendant is presumed innocent until proven guilty?" This invites jurors to share their thoughts rather than simply confirming what the attorney wants to hear. Okay, let me pull this up. Avoiding yes or no questions. Okay, so yes or no questions rarely provide meaningful insights. They can also make it easier for jurors to conceal their biases. Asking, "Can you be fair?" allows the juror to say yes without further explanation. Instead, attorneys should frame questions to prompt more detailed responses, such as, "Tell me about a time when you had to make a difficult decision based on incomplete information." Another one, "What concerns, if any, do you have about serving on this jury?" Okay, clarity in questioning. Confusing or overly complex questions can also limit the effectiveness of voir dire. If jurors don't fully understand a question, they may give unclear or misleading answers. Attorneys should keep questions straightforward and focused on a single idea at a time. Examples of strong versus weak questions.